y buenos días. Welcome to lesson 4 of Pasos. This is section 1D. And we're going to hablar, which is talk, de la familia. La familia es muy importante en la cultura en España y América Latina. And for us too, es importante. La familia. So we're starting on página 11 with actividad 20, which is activity 20, which is La familia Falcón y usted. Now, in la cultura hispánica, people have two surnames. A surname is un apellido, like appel from French. Apellido, and you have the father's name first, el nombre del padre, and then el apellido del padre, and then el apellido de la madre. What I would like you to do before we start about la familia Falcón y usted, I would like you to read the information box at the bottom right of página 11 of your libro, and that'll give you some vocabulario, el padre, la madre, a little note about la pronunciación. We'll have a word in there with a J in it, the word for wife, M-U-J-E-R, mujer. So the M-U makes a mu and the J-E-R makes a hair because it's got a h sound, right? So that's mujer. Another word that you need to watch out for, the H in Espanol doesn't make a sound. So the word for brother is hermano, as if the H wasn't there. Don't be tempted. Hermano. Sister is hermana. No H sound, no h. It's silent. So the word for son, which is a really difficult word, is hijo. You've got the E from the letter I, and then J-O makes a h, or ho, hijo. And so daughter is hija. Have a look at that box of vocabulario, and then you're going to listen to your CD, track 12, para completar el texto about la familia Falcón y usted. Pause the video and do that now. Bien. It's a good idea, es una buena idea to get the sounds out of your mouth. So if you would like to, at this point, you can go to your transcripts book, read the actividad 20 transcript and record yourself. It's quite difícil to get the words of a new lenguaje out of your mouth. I know, I've been there, I'm there now with another lenguaje. So es importante to start practicing right from the start. So maybe you'd like to do that as well. Read the transcript and record yourself on your mobile phone with a little video. If you would like to, pause the video and do that ahora. Now, página 12, page 12. We move on to actividad 21, and it's asking about that family Falcón y usted. What I recommend you do is draw out the little family tree. It's only madre, padre, hijo, hija, and then write out la lista del vocabulario, so mother, father, madre, padre, marido, mujer, husband and wife, hermano y hermana, and hijo and hija. And then you're going to ask, ¿cómo se llama la madre? La madre se llama whatever her name is. ¿Cómo se llama el padre? But I think the sentence is el padre de Javier, por ejemplo. So this structure, estructura, is what we have to say when we're saying it's somebody's mother, brother, father, son, whatever. In English, we have an apostrophe S. So Jean's sister is called, or Jamie's brother is called. In Espanol, you can't do that. You can only say the mother of Jean or the brother of Jamie. And so that's what you're practicing here, along with se llama, which means he's called or she's called. So what I'd like you to do is, once you've drawn out that little family tree, you've got your lista de vocabulario, I would like you to practice that estructura in that drill from Actividad 21. Do that now, pause this video. Bien. Now, Actividad 22. Actividad 22. It's Pablo habla de su familia. Now, I love that word, habla, because it means is speaking or speaks. So, usted habla inglés? Do you speak English? That's a great way to start una conversación en español. You could say, yo hablo un poco de español. I speak a little Spanish. You could say, well, we'll get into more of that later. El árbol is the tree. Think of an arboretum. That's a place where there's a great collection of trees. Or arboriculture is the culture of trees. So, un árbol genealógico, difficult word, is a family tree. When you listen to Pablo, que habla de su familia, on track 13 of your CD, you might not know all the words, but you should know enough, suficiente, para completar el árbol genealógico. So pause this video and completar el árbol genealógico. Do that now. Bien. There was a word in there, tengo, lovely word. It means I have. And that's in your box of gramática, la información about la gramática on page 12. You'll also see that there are 4 words for the. El, la, los, las. If you go to the grammar pages at the back of the book, those words are called definite articles. That's the linguist's term for the definite articles. In Espanol, there are 4 of them. Okay? El, la, los, las. And it depends on whether it's a masculine noun, a feminine noun, or a plural noun. So, you'll get used to it. Don't worry too much about it. But you do need to learn these words. Tengo, which is I have, and tienes, which is do you have or you have, and that's the to form. Okay? TNS, that's the pronunciation, and tengo. So tengo dos hermanos, I have 2 brothers. Or tengo una hija. And that's what we're going to practicar next in Actividad 23. Okay? La Actividad 23. What you need to do is ask and answer questions. So you're asking, ¿Tienes hermanos? And the answer will be yes, sí, tengo un hermano, tengo un hermano y una hermana, o sí, tengo dos hermanas. The word hermanos covers brothers and sisters, so in your answer you can break it down. Then the next question is ¿Cómo se llama? That's if it's one person. If it's two people, ¿Cómo se llaman? Okay? And the same you can do with hijos. ¿Tienes hijos? Do you have children? So it's not just sons, but children. And then you can say, sí, tengo dos hijos. If you don't have any, it goes like this. No, no tengo hijos. Okay? So I would like you to imagine various types of family combinations and write out a couple and then say them to yourself. Perhaps imagine two little people. ¿Tienes hermanos? Sí, tengo dos hermanas y una hermana. ¿Cómo se llaman? Now, when you're asking what are they called, instead of saying ¿Cómo se llama?, it's ¿Cómo se llaman?. And it gets a little N on the end. ¿Cómo se llaman? Se llaman, Elana, Amba y mi hermano se llama Leo. Oh, nice. Bien. So, finalmente, we've come to the end of the section 1D, but you need to know that you can say these things. So, when you're asking, it's ¿Cómo se llama el padre de Javier? What is Javier's dad called? The dad of Javier called? What I'd like you to do to get that into your memoria, and that is your key sentence from this section, one of your key sentences. I'd like you to imagine a context. Why do you want to know? Why do you want to know what Javier's dad's called? Do you fancy him? Have you got an argument with him? El amor, el sexo, y when you're furioso. These are emotions that help la memoria. So can you imagine un contexto when you want to know ¿Cómo se llama el padre de Javier? Okay, imagine that context so that it becomes real for you and your memoria has got something to hold on to. And then can you imagine a context when you're asking ¿Tienes hermanos? Why do you want to know? Do you fancy this person but they're married? So you want to know ¿Tienes hermanos? Imagine the context. I will put the little list of the things that I'd like you to remember. Once you've got those into your head, that you can say them just by looking at El Inglés, come back for lesson 1E. And I will see you muy pronto. Hasta pronto entonces. Adiós.